Actually, it began, what I recall is it began in a meeting at Cottonwood Falls, a joint meeting that we had with the Kansas Dental Association officers and the officers of the Kansas Dental Hygiene Association. The goal of the meeting actually was to determine what we could do in common, how we could work together, and do something that would be meaningful. And I had heard of this project called Mission of Mercy in Virginia, and I kind of kiddingly said, well, we could always do one of those. And really not many people knew what that was. So we kicked it around. We got some advice about where in the state there was great need. At that time it was southwest Kansas, northeast Kansas, and southeast Kansas. And we had our choice of picking one of the three. And since Dr. Stosh was sitting on my left, we picked Garden City, Kansas. But actually we went to Wise, Virginia, and the event was held in a hangar at the airport, a very small community in the coal fields of Virginia. We ended up helping them set up. We worked the project for really the entire project. And we came back, we were really tired, but we were really on fire about it. And we decided that it was something that we really like to try to do, but we knew we needed a lot of help. And the first help we needed was the Kansas Dental Association. And so between Kevin and Greg and others, we put together a PowerPoint, and we all hit the road using, actually, I think initially I was using slides. And we hit the road to every dental district meeting. We kind of divided them up and went and asked them to support us. And Jeff really came up with the idea of, would you give us money, and ask the other districts to match it. And that was actually done by the Central District. And that's kind of what we used.
Don Tilton and I had heard about the Virginia project, and we thought it was something we might like to explore and bring to Kansas. So we both flew out to Virginia and volunteered to work at one of their KMOM Mission of Mercy projects.
Dr. Stosh and I went to Virginia, we worked one of their projects, and we came back extremely passionate about this project, and we wanted to do it in Kansas very badly.
I wasn't the least bit concerned that the patients wouldn't show up. My biggest worry was, would the equipment work? Because it was all being thrown together from Virginia, Texas, Kansas, and is it all going to work when we flip the switch? Because we'd never had a chance to try it. The dentists do what they do all day long, every day. Just go in there and do the best job you can, and let's try to help as many people as we can. And that was basically all the instruction we gave them. But they all just took the ball and ran with it very well.
It truly is it's humbling to us that these folks want to volunteer, they want to give their time and their hearts and their treasures to this event. And in 10 years, I mean, who would have thought? I mean, when we threw the first party, we didn't know if we'd ever have another party. And you can throw the party, but if nobody comes, it really doesn't matter. And not only did people come, but they were anxious to do the next one. And so that's really, I think, been the blessing for me, is the fact that these people just keep giving and giving, and I just find that awesome.
The numbers of stories I could tell you are just absolutely countless. The lives that we have touched, and in return, how these people have touched our lives. You go to a project to give, and you walk away feeling like you received more than you gave, and you're walking 3 feet off the ground. Your feet are killing you. Your back's killing. Your hands are tired. You've gone without sleep, but you are walking on air, and your life is richer because of the experiences that you had.
As you see, we have these stars on here, and I have 6 of them. We've had 6 KMOMs. And I plan my vacation and my year around when we'll have this. So what does it mean to me? I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Very short time, miracles will happen in that building right over there. And the reason they will happen is because every one of us, every single one of you sitting there, and every single person that helped bring this to fruition, whether it was with their donations or with their labor, did it from their hearts.
The last 10 years have brought me many, many friendships, people I never would have known otherwise. wonderful people in communities all over this state that I never would have met.
We really need to renew a commitment to service in this state with each other, with our own communities.
This is going to spread around the Midwest and around the country because it's so good for the people you serve, and it's so good for the people that serve in giving it. It really it gives people joy.
John is closer to me than a brother, and we can communicate on so many different levels, lots of times without even speaking. Someone can tell something to me and I go, oh no, John won't do that, or John's not going to like that. We can finish each other's sentences and just know what the other guy is going to say. It's really neat having somebody that at any given time, you know, it's like to say he's always there, and I know he always will be.
I don't think I've ever been closer to anyone than Jeff. Especially if you're in a Piper Cub flying to Parsons and you're trying to find the airport. That's a very bonding experience. But Jeff and I have done so much together, we've endured so much together. I think it started the first night of the Garden City KMOM, when we were actually we had set up, we were getting ready for the patients, and we're sleeping in the clinic because we don't have any other security to guard this equipment. And we're like a couple of kids. We got up every 30 minutes, we're looking out the window. Is anybody out there? Are we going to have any patients tomorrow morning? It's snowing like crazy. And we were truly excited and in the moment. And I think we've been that way ever since.
But you can tell the patients that have got fear written all over their face, and they're coming in, you're seeing them in triage, and you say, look, I'm here to tell you, there's 150 dentists here, and they're the best dentists in the state. These are the dentists with the biggest hearts. These are the guys that care more than anybody else because they're here on their day off, on a weekend. Some of them have traveled from other states to be here. You got nothing to worry about from anybody on this clinic floor. And then you go out there and you see them on the dental floor and you pat them on the knee, you know, while they're in the chair and someone's working on them, and you can see that they're calm. And then they find you after they leave the floor and press a note into your hand as they're walking away. And I've got a collection. They'll be with me forever. I'll let some of you guys even read some of them.
It means so much to everyone, and thank you, like, from the bottom of everyone. Like, it's just wonderful, and thanks.
I would thank them and tell them how much I appreciate them just for my personal self helping me out, because like I said, I need to get these things out of my mouth.
If my kids can finally say, Mom's in a picture with me. You're not supposed to make me cry.
I don't even really think there are words. I really don't. You know, I know that I love doing what I can for other people, and during a recent ice storm in our area, we were one of the hardest hit areas. My kids and I went and helped at a shelter and didn't give it a second thought, but when you're on the other side of that and you're on the receiving end, it's humbling. It's very humbling, and I just really don't know how I could ever say thank you to them enough. We're just really blessed, and I'm just really thank God for them.
Why do I do this? Everybody, I think, in any health-allied profession, for a major part of it, they're there for the people. They're giving people. They care about people. They have a nurturing nature. But after you do the project, it just goes up tenfold, because you have these skills that for the first time in your life, there's not a business model, there's not a need to do anything but to help. And that's the purest form of giving that you can ever experience. And until you've been in that type of an opportunity, I could explain, but you wouldn't understand, is the old cliche. But that's a lot what this is. And to all the people that have done so much, they know what I'm talking about. You get to meet some amazing people. I've worked on veterans from World War II that were in the Pacific Island campaigns. These men did a lot for this country. And we get a chance to pay them back. And to me, that's pretty powerful.
It's a fantastic experience. You meet a lot of great people.
It's just been so fulfilling. very, very fulfilling.
I would say get on board. It's a really fun ride.
I can't wait for the next one.
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 I can't wait for the next project.
I can't wait for the next one.
I can't wait till the next one.
I can't wait for the next project.
If we never do another one, I will always be grateful for what they've done. That's it.
Thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart.